Bitcoin is officially breaking out, and while this is happening, we're seeing that the Bitcoin dominance is seeing an exact rejection from of this very important level of resistance. So on today's update video, I will be talking exactly about what this breakout means for Bitcoin, what this rejection means for, of course, the entire altcoin market, what is happening overall in the last few moments, and much more important information about Bitcoin, about the ETFs and altcoins, and much more. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So currently, we're seeing that Bitcoin was creating a major symmetrical triangle where basically what we were looking at is at this upward sloping support line Bitcoin created right here. You can see that Bitcoin bounced off this level many times in a row as well here. And actually, at that point, we started to create a symmetrical triangle and we were looking at the potential breakout that to be happening anytime soon here. We were looking at this downward sloping resistance line where we got rejected from multiple times in a row. And we actually, of course, broken above that level. And now what I think is going to be happening next year is for Bitcoin to see a retest of this level before then seeing a continuation, because that is usually what tends to be happening on such breakouts. And actually, Bitcoin exactly bounced off that support level where we were talking about. And honestly, that is just a very great prediction, because I always said here that it is likely that Bitcoin will continue to bounce on this level. And of course, if we do break below it, then is the confirmation we are going to be actually heading lower. But like you can see, we have never seen an actual confirmation below that level. So Bitcoin, if I'm just zooming out here, I mean, yes, we're seeing a breakout right now here, but I do really want to be pointing out that if we're just looking at such consolidation phases, we are also just looking purely at how is it looking on the bigger perspective. We are seeing that clearly we are still creating a higher low structure, but on the top side, we could still argue, okay, we are potentially still creating a lower high structure. So maybe this breakout is not clearly confirmed, but yeah, we are breaking that downward sloping resistance line, of course, here. And what I want to be seeing next year for that major continuation higher is basically a break above this previous high right here, because you can see right now at exactly this previous high in the market is actually the high that is giving us all those rejections. And if we see that confirmed breakout above this level, that will be for me the confirmation that we are actually going to be heading higher for the price action of Bitcoin after that point as well. So Bitcoin is looking great here, but we're just still in the midst of this consolidation phase here. Then yesterday we saw some major inflows coming in again here on the spot Ethereum ETF. And actually that is just a thing I'm very excited for, because we can clearly see BlackRock has got very interested in those Ethereum ETFs here. And if I'm looking at the Bitcoin dominance, it is also starting to reverse quite quickly. Ethereum is starting to show a lot of strength on the breakout right here. And I have said this multiple times here. I've said it multiple times. And if I'm just looking at the Bitcoin ETF, yesterday we didn't saw a lot of inflows. We saw actually BlackRock for the first time in a lot of days here buy nothing, but still we're seeing $223 million worth of inflows. And yeah, I saw a tweet recently as well here is that, guys, these dips that we're creating in the market right now are just getting bought up quicker and quicker due to the spot Bitcoin ETF here. And that is just a thing I am very excited for. And so far, they have already managed to buy $35 billion worth of Bitcoin. And honestly, with their new strategy and with the new Ethereum ETF and with the clear signaling that they're buying a lot here, I am very excited for what is about to be happening next year, because Ethereum is having a major breakout. Altcoins are starting to be pushing up higher again here, and that is ultimately going to be pushing the market much higher. Then also, I want to be, of course, completely transparent whenever I do think the Bitcoin market top is going to be in here. And whenever I do think the market top is going to be in, you will be the first one to know in this channel, because I'm going to be completely transparent. And I'm also going to be telling you whenever I am exiting the market, I will probably not time the exact top here. But what I will do is slowly let it out in the market. And that way, I will be maximizing my profits, especially with some of these altcoins that I've called. Oh, they are already up like 3 to 5x here, especially Ethena. I called it around 25 cents here, and now it's sitting at $1.10. And honestly, with those altcoins as well, I'm just slowly taking some profits out of the table. And honestly, if it still goes 2x from here on, I I will definitely go completely out here, since then I made a 10x with those calls. So if I'm also looking at Bitcoin right now here in terms of where we're sitting, I mean, all the data is still suggesting we're gonna go higher, so that is why I'm not aggressively taking profits yet here. I mean, if you're just looking at this signal right now here, you can see that the bull market of 2020 and the bull market of 2024, they align with each other quite heavily, and you can see that we have seen similar consolidation exactly around the previous all-time high in 2020, now exactly at $100,000. And honestly, it is just likely that we're probably just clearing sell orders right now, and whenever we are through it, we're just going to be flying much higher. And you can see it also right here, zoomed out a little bit more here, but just moments after that, we have seen a big continuation higher, which I am very excited for here. But before going further in the video, I quickly want to be talking about an opportunity for people to spend their crypto here, because I don't know if you already signed up to Bybit, but if you haven't, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video, because Bybit is a very great exchange here where you actually can use also a crypto card with here. And if you use the crypto card, you can literally spend your crypto earnings using the Bybit card. And personally, I am using it myself as well here, and it's very nice to be using. I use it on my daily transactions to buy stuff, to buy groceries, to buy a drink at the bar or whatever. And right now you can also even get a 10% cashback, but this is depending on what kind of VIP level you are on the Bybit exchange here. But basically you can earn cashback while spending, which is a very great thing here. And basically spending your crypto is sometimes hard because you have to cash out here, but with the Bybit card, it is actually made very easy. So if you're interested in this here, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video. You will also get actually a free 30 USDT for signing up an account to Bybit, and of course using and getting that Bybit card here. So if you want to be spending some free crypto, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, I want to be going deeper in the video and discussing basically that, historically speaking, December is actually a great month here. And let me explain why here, because December has got the Christmas effect here. And if we're just looking at halving years and where Bitcoin is standing at Christmas, usually around Christmas, Bitcoin goes very exponential. And why is so? And with Christmas, of course, you're gonna sit around the table, you're gonna give your family members FOMO about Bitcoin crypto, you're gonna educate them because you've got a lot of time to spend together with each other. And then usually we see a lot of buys coming in the market. This is what we call the Christmas effect here, and it is likely to be taking place again here this cycle right here. Then also, like I said earlier, whenever I think the market is going to top out, I will let you know here, but the Bitcoin bubble index is currently not showing us any signal of an exact bubble right now here. But whenever this is starting to increase here, whenever this signal is starting to say, okay, now we're maybe in a bubble, you will be the first one to know here. And like I predicted yesterday, the funding rates went negative. It was a very bullish signal, which I said in the market. And exactly after that, right now, we have seen the prices increase quite heavily. Bitcoin bouncing from off the 100 EMA. But regardless, one of the most bullish things I'm currently seeing is, of course, that Bitcoin dominance breaking down right now here, seeing that retest. And just ultimately, if we're just looking at altcoins, we are right now exactly on the right timing of that altcoin season. And that just makes myself extremely excited about the market. And I've said it many times before here, Ethereum is usually like lagging a quarter behind Bitcoin, so likely Q1 2025 is going to be extraordinary in terms of performance for Bitcoin. It's likely going to be extraordinary for performance of Ethereum. And yeah, if I'm just looking at this chart, we're starting to see the breakout. I think that we're likely heading towards new all-time highs, and this is going to be, of course, elevating the entire altcoin market. So I'm very excited. I'm very bullish on the market in general. And with that being said, guys, this was it for me in today's update video. I truly hope you did learn something from it. If you did, don't forget to snap that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.